Are you a veteran or active duty military looking at making a move? Well, you might just want to add San Antonio to your dream sheet. In today's video, we're going to touch base on a few different benefits allocated to veterans, as well as look at a few different aspects of utilizing your VA loan here in San Antonio. Let's get into it. So the items we're going to go over here today are going to be the amenities allocated for veterans as well as active duty military. We're going to touch base on the affordability of San Antonio, give you an idea of what the cost of living looks like. And then last but not least, we're going to touch on a bunch of different housing benefits alongside the VA loan. And honestly, guys, you're definitely going to want to stick around for that and not miss it. There's some serious benefits that have saved my clients thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars. And before we get too involved in the video, I want to say first and foremost, thank you so much for serving our country. As a military brat, both of my parents retired from the Air Force. I got to see day to day what the sacrifices look like, whether you're in state or deployment. So again, I truly appreciate you guys serving our country. Okay guys, so let's start with the amenities. San Antonio proudly holds the #1 position of the most retired US veterans in the country. With over 200,000 veterans calling it home, San Antonio stands out as a beacon of support. The city boasts a comprehensive network of VA hospitals and clinics, ensuring every veteran has the access to top-notch healthcare services. At the heart of the support is Joint Base San Antonio, a cornerstone of military operations. Here, service members and their families will find a vibrant military community with amenities that are tailored to their needs. Texas Parks and Wildlife offer a veteran passport which allows free entry to any Texas state park to veterans who have a 60% or more disability rating. Accompanying that passport, you get a free Texas Super Combo. This Texas Super Combo is for disabled veterans and it's applied at no cost. The licenses include a hunting and fishing license, archery endorsement, and a whole bunch more. And by the way, this is for residents and non-residents, which is pretty cool. Alongside those benefits, Texas also offers the Hazelwood Act. It's a tuition exemption benefit for veterans. Veterans must meet the following requirements to be eligible. The veteran must designate Texas as their home of record at the time entering into the U.S. Armed Forces, received an honorable discharge or separation, served at least 181 days on active duty, and must currently be resided in Texas. Alongside the Hazelwood Act, there is a Child Legacy Act. The child must meet the following requirements to be eligible. They must be a Texas resident for tuition purposes, be the biological stepchild, adopted child, or claimed as a dependent in the current or previous tax year. They must also be 25 years or younger on the first day of the semester or term that the exemption is claimed for. Now, I know this next one's not necessarily going to be Texas specific, but here in San Antonio, there is a lot of different businesses that do offer veteran or military discounts. So whether you're buying a new home, a new car, or simply just going down the street to get a bite to eat, a lot of places do like to say thank you with some sort of discount. Now, let's dive into the affordability aspect of living in San Antonio. In a world where every penny counts, San Antonio stands out for its affordability. Our total cost of living average is 9% lower than the national average and 2% lower than the state's average. That means each dollar stretches much further, allowing residents to enjoy a higher quality of life without breaking the bank. And here's the kicker. For those that do not know, Texas proudly holds no state income tax. That's right, you keep more of your hard-earned money right where it belongs, in your pocket. As we switch to housing, the median sales price in San Antonio is a steal at $310,000, which is far below the national average at $420,000. This allows for a lot more opportunity whether you're starting your career or looking at retiring. Okay guys, now let's transition into the VA loan. So I'm sure most of you guys are aware that the VA loan is a zero down program. However, with it being 100% financing, that does not mean you're exempt from closing costs. And if you're not familiar, essentially what closing costs are, they're fees associated with buying a home. They happen on all loans and even cash deals. But here in Texas, there's a few ways we can mitigate your upfront cost. So first and foremost, it would be having somebody on your side, a real estate professional, to negotiate with the seller to have them cover some or all of your closing costs. And when it comes to them covering some of your closing costs, you want to make sure they're allocated in the right way to actually mitigate your upfront costs. Alongside having the seller pay, you also can use different programs here, whether it's a down payment assistance or a first-time homebuyer program. Not a lot of people are aware that you can compare or pair a first-time homebuyer program with a VA loan, but it certainly can be done here in Texas. And let's actually look at one of those programs here now. Okay, so the program we're gonna highlight today is gonna be TDHCA in the Texas Homebuyer Program. We click on rates, we then go to the rate sheet that will show us the two different options you have. So for the first option, it's a no down payment assistance or an unassisted option. Essentially, they're giving you a very severely discounted interest rate with no upfront help towards your cash to close. These interest rates are pretty significantly discounted. I mean, today's rate, again, as of May 9th, is gonna be 5.75. If we look at the average market rate right now, we're hovering around 7%. So it's, again, fairly discounted. And if you find a home or you like a home in what we call a targeted area, it's even lower. It's at a 5.375, which is absolutely tremendous. And then if you're looking for actual down payment assistance or help in, your cash to close, right now they have an opportunity for 3% in assistance. Essentially what that means is they will give you 3% of the loan amount towards your cash to close to help you with your upfront investment. And the interest rate that would be allocated towards that loan would be a 6.75, which again, is still better than the market interest rate, and you're getting some help in grant funds. Speaking of veteran-specific loans, we're gonna talk now about the Veterans Land Board. They have 3 different loan types that you can actually take advantage of, whether you're a veteran or active duty military. Let's talk about the first one, the land loan. So with the land loan, they allow you to borrow up to $150,000 for a purchase price for a tract of 1 or more acres. You also get pretty significant discounts in interest rate, and you get to put as minimal as 5% down, which is really nice. Alongside the land loan, the Veterans Land Board has a home loan that we often refer to as TexVet. TexVet is essentially a VA loan, but the borrower or the buyer does need to reside in Texas. With that being said, it does come with a reduced interest rate as well. And what I mean, we've used this loan numerous times to get clients amazing deals we have. For example, last year I had a client, she was looking for 2-3 months, couldn't really find anything within her budget with the current market rates. Then TexVet dropped a seriously reduced interest rate. I think it was a 4.5 or so at the time. And within that week, we found something that she really loved with the payments that she was comfortable with, and they finally found their home. The last program I want to talk about is going to be the home improvement loan. So for this program, they have loans up to $50,000 on a 2 to 20 year term, or between $7,500 and $10,000 for a 2 to 10 year term. Depending on your service-related disability rating, if it's higher than 30%, you'll get an even more discounted interest rate, but they do have some pretty competitive rates regardless when it comes to home improvement loans. I know those programs sound awesome, but I don't want to take away from the power of the traditional VA loan. I mean, with it being government-backed, it's such an attractive loan to lenders that they give you such good interest rates, fees, pricing, all of the above. And alongside all of those great things, it doesn't have any mortgage insurance, which could truly save you money in the hundreds on a monthly basis. And one of my favorite features of a VA loan is going to be an IRRL, an interest rate reduction refinance loan. Essentially, you're able to refinance the loan for little to no cost. And the VA does this and allows you to do this because they truly want you to have the best interest rate, which then correlates to the best monthly payment. So now let's get into the final benefit, which is my personal favorite. That's gonna be tax exemptions. So whether you're a veteran or active duty military, as long as you live in your home as a primary residence, you have the opportunity to get the homestead exemption. The homestead exemption helps in a multitude of different ways with your tax burden. And let's actually look at an example of how that could help you with taxes. Okay guys, so for this example, this person has a market value of $300,000 for tax purposes. They have no exemptions, And on the bottom right, you can see the total estimated levy is going to be $5,517.07. If we add simply the homestead exemption, that brings them down to $4,200.69. That is serious savings, guys. And we haven't even gotten into the veteran-specific tax exemptions. So as we look into the veteran-specific tax exemptions, there's a few different levels. Each level depends on your disability or VA rating, and the level that corresponds with your rating has a certain amount that comes off your market appraised value for tax purposes. So if we look at them, the first level is going to be 10 to 29%. That will take off $5,000. 30 to 49% will take off $7,500. 50 to 69 will take off $10,000, and 70 to 99 will take off $12,000. So let's actually look at an example of this as well. We're going to do the same property with the same market value. We're going to say it is that veteran's primary home, and we're going to do between 70 and 99%. Again, on the bottom right, before we estimate the taxes, it's about $5,500. It then goes to almost $4,000 even, which is pretty significant savings. On the topic of significant savings, if you have a VA rating of 100%, you pay no property taxes in the state of Texas, which can seriously add up. I mean, I've had clients that are supposed to be paying $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in taxes, not have to pay any of it because they have that 100% VA rating, which is honestly quite nice. Okay guys, that's gonna wrap up all the VA benefits. We hope you found that insightful. And if you did, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel so you miss out on nothing San Antonio related. We help people just like yourself each and every day make a smooth transition to the area, and we'd love to be a resource for you and your family. So whether you're just asking questions or you're ready to shop for homes, all of our contact information will be in the description, and we look forward to chatting with you soon. Until next time, stay blessed.